and former Rutgers student on this panel today, also in the audience at large, are all erstwhile PTI students who have contributed hugely to the success of the Mountain View NJ-STIP program. Historically, the Princeton Prison Teaching Initiative and the Rutgers Mountain View program emerged at almost exactly the same time.
We can provide education, and this is what we can do. We can treat the students with kindness and respect, and hopefully we can teach them that this is what they deserve, that this is what they should be used to get at all times.
Once again, who I was in him. What was my worth? Who am I? And very shortly after that, Drew Prep was introduced into Edna Mann Correctional Facility here in New Jersey. And we tested and we wrote paragraphs and we were, all your officers are spoken to, and you have to go through this proofing process before you find out if your name's on the list. And my name was on the list. I just couldn't.
In my truth, I can no longer beat around the bush. It's a disservice to the work, it's disingenuous, and it's just not real. It's not real to treat human beings the way we do in this country, regardless of what they've done and the need for recourse. Prison is not and has never been the answer.
Our next speaker is Boris Franklin. He is a first-year student at Rutgers as well, and just a superb academic performance in the fall, dazzling. Boris, I turn over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Rowland. I'm Boris Franklin, and I was incarcerated in East Jersey State Prison. I just did 11 years. Came home approximately about a year ago. It's been a whirlwind. But my wish for PTI will be to maintain what you're doing, but to focus with an aim.
In the Mountain View program, we had 40 students, but there are 300-400 students, Rutgers students, who belong to that Mountain View student organization, which is involved in all kinds of social justice programs. And my understanding now is it's also expanded to the Newark campus, so we can thank both of them for that. Terrell Blount is currently program associate at Vera, and he's an inspiration in all that he does. Terrell.
Thank you. So, as Don just introduced, I currently work at the Vera Institute of Justice in New York City as a program associate under the Center on Sentencing and Corrections. And within that department, I would focus on post-secondary education and corrections. One program being the Pathways program that New Jersey STEP is a part of. In terms of making adults, growing these young men, grooming them, preparing them for the outside, teaching not only academics, but also those ideas and values that was missing, in their households. But then there's another side to it, which is opportunity. So we can educate individuals all we want. Everyone can graduate with their degrees on the inside or come home and graduate, get masters, PhDs. But if the opportunity isn't there once they leave that college setting, that stuff means nothing. It does not mean anything. And those are the individuals who have, the gatekeepers. Those are the people who we really need to get on board, and really see or get them to break down that mindset that everyone who's been incarcerated is just no good and is looking to recommit or is lazy or whatever stigma is attached to being formally incarcerated. That's what we need to break down.
student for Rutgers, and I agree with her 100%. And he just graduated from Rutgers this spring with high distinction. And he works with youth services in the city of New Brunswick. I'm just thrilled to have him here today. Bayshawn.
Okay, so he did a wonderful roll call for me now. But so like you said, my name is Bayshawn Davis. I actually ended up doing 5 years, 4 months, and like 2 or 3 days. I can't remember exactly the count. But yeah. So and I came home in 2012 and right into Rutgers. So what I would like to see for the program is I would like to, a lot of them kind of really touched on a lot of the things that I wanted to say, so and some of these are hard to follow. But I'm gonna just go through what I would like to see in my experience and seeing it throughout the prison system. Right? So I would like to see in the next couple of years for this program to continue to be one of the programs, as many of them said, bringing humanity to the people within these walls, right? And not only bringing the humanity, but creating the environment that allows the humanity to thrive, as well as the skills of the individual to thrive, right? So if you take for example, if you take a palm tree, right, and put it in Jersey, is it going to grow? Why not? The environment isn't conducive for it, right? But if you take it and put it in Cali, what's going to happen? It's going to grow, right? So that's what the PTI program does. It creates that environment. So